This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello, and is that how you start off a podcast?
No, not at all. You blew it already,
I did.
Brady.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Wayne Brady.
I'm Jonathan Mangum.
And welcome to What If? What is What If?
What If is a podcast where we ask the questions what and if in
What if?
chronological order.
Every week, we have a special guest. We try to get somebody super smart, super funny, who's a badass at what they do, and we ask them the what ifs of their lives, the what ifs of the world. What are they excited about? What are they thinking about? And then we make the funny.
Yeah, and then we maybe see what those what ifs are in the show, too. We might go down that road of a different path.
It's deep, bro.
That's kind of what you just said, isn't
It's
it?
fucking deep. Yeah. Right, like you just actually said what I said. But did you...
I man-echoed, which is like mansplaining, but it's like just an echo.
Except it's afterwards?
Yeah.
So I actually get my point out, but then you reiterate it.
Exactly.
Wow.
Man-echo.
We have been married for so long.
Too long.
So long.
Too long.
What if Adam Conover was our guest?
What if?
Yeah. What if?
What if?
Welcome to the podcast. Oh, Adam
What if?
Conover. Hey. What if Adam Conover was a guest? Let me begin because I liked him because he ruined every fucking thing.
What if he was a man right here? You know, he's smarter than me and you and everyone in here. What if?
What if he had a mind that was so much faster than molasses? Blonde hair, this high, with glasses.
What if? What you gonna do? He changed my worldview. He's got the data and the facts for every motherfucker you.
What if he had these words, a lyrical contorter? He's an activist and a staunch union supporter.
What if he did all the kind of data you know you don't seem? That's right, he's got encyclopedia in his brain.
What if he was like me? He was like thee. What if he was like us and suffered from ADHD?
What if he was the IQ of us in total? Can you believe he's so smart? Can you believe he's got a bodle?
What if? A bodle? What the fuck is a bodle?
It rhymed, motherfucker. It rhymed. Damn.
What if? Welcome to What If, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Conover.
Oh my God. Hello, everybody.
He is the creator of The Boater.
Bodle.
The Bodle. This show brought to you by The Bodle.
The bodle. Half boat, half
Yodel. It's boating for Swiss people.
That's right.
Would you like to get on my boat?
Bodle.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank them for sponsoring our podcast today.
Thank you so much for the $15.
That was the best introduction I've ever had on a podcast. Holy shit. That was, they didn't do that on Hollywood Handbook, let me tell you.
Nope.
They didn't sing an improvised song. But whenever I hear people do an improvised song, I become terrified that you're going to point at me and make me do a verse.
Go!
No, I can't. No, I can't.
Adam
No,
Conover
no,
did the verse
no.
of the song.
Oh, I shouldn't have said, I won't be doing that. This is what you're supposed to do in improv, right? To say,
Yes.
to say, no, I decline.
There is yes and hell no.
Yeah.
Man, it is so great to have you here.
It's such a thrill to be here. I've been a fan of yours for so long.
Well, same. I was just telling Jonathan, and we were talking off camera, that you first came to my attention with Adam Ruins Everything. And I want to thank you for being part of my daughter's comedic education. Since she was a kid, we've watched everything from Futurama to every sketch show to, just trying to fill her up with the good stuff. And when you had your run of that show, that I think was her first example of not just funny, but funny with the intelligence behind it. And I loved it. It was so cool.
That means so much to me that you'd say that, Wayne, on a number of levels. First of all, because you guys watched it together.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that, when I created the show, I thought we were making like a show for like cynical adults. Like I thought we were sort of doing a Daily Show style show. And very quickly, people started saying, oh, I'm watching it with my kids, and like kids were watching it. And that means so much to me that like when I perform, families will come and they would say, oh, yours is the only show that we watch together as a family, stuff like that. That's like really meaningful to me. And then, I grew up watching cable and, watching, I don't know, Kids in the Hall and The Daily Show and like all these cable shows The Simpsons that like shaped my comedic worldview. And so the way that you put it, that like that show would have shaped other people's comedic worldview when they were growing up and like what they like is really meaningful to me to like give me that perspective. Like, oh, that's cool. I was able to sort of make the thing that I used to enjoy watching growing up, you know, and have that continuity. And it's like really starting to pay off now that it's been about like about 4 years since the show went off the air. And so just now that's paying off. People are coming to me and saying like, oh, the show influenced me and now I'm older and I still think about it. And that's like the best compliment that you can get. I used to watch you on Comedy Central growing up when I was like, you know, before I ever started doing comedy. I remember getting, when I was a kid, we had like a 2-day preview of Comedy Central on the cable package.
Weren't those great that you could watch it for the weekend?
Just like a little
HBO and Comedy Central.
Yeah, and it was like Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Dr. Katz, and then Whose Line, the original British version. I don't remember when. I think that was a little bit before you joined the show.
I came on the 10th season. I was on the last season of the British one.
Of the British one? I remember seeing you on that. When I first saw Whose Line, I was like, what is this? And I told my parents, I looked up how much it cost to add Comedy Central. And I was like, guys, it's $2 a month. It's $2 and I can watch all this comedy. And then I just inhaled so much of that. And that like influenced, you know, what I thought about comedy before I finally got to college, started doing comedy, moved to New York and all of that. Like it was influential on me. So thank you.
That's a big part of comedy, right? Is I think if you really, in my very, you know, I'm just going to say it. I can be a very elitist asshole when it comes to the arts because I treasure them, and not just the comedic arts, but art in general. And I do think that there are people that go, I can be funny. And then there are people that say, I love comedy, and I'm a student of this thing that I want to be. And they know the lineage, especially in your specific line. So you know the people that came before you, and you know the influences so that you can do your thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have, you know, I was so influenced by like Jon Stewart and the explosion of like topical, you know, relevant late night comedy that came after that. But I can like also draw the line before that. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm the production of a certain line of like American and British comedy, you know, that I grew up with, and then I wanted to be a part of it and sort of insert myself in there.
Yes.
And you telling me just that anecdote made me go, oh, I did it. Like I was part of it, you know?
You did that thing. We've known each other forever, but I don't think I've ever asked you exactly what are your influences in comedy.
Well, I'm not an elitist asshole like you. Lineages are not important. My 3 favorite, Letterman, because he was anti-comedy. Steve Martin, also because he was kind of anti-comedy. And then, like, this is a weird one, but you have to be a certain age, but Bob Newhart was the best straight man like ever. He was so good. It was only an experience where the straight man was funnier than all the characters, which seems impossible, because Seinfeld wasn't great, but not funnier than Elaine or Kramer. And he was the only guy that could get more.
But that was his superpower.
Yes, it was.
His superpower was being the straight man.
Yeah.
I, like you, I loved the British comedy as a kid, which I even joke about in my stand-up sometimes, being the only black kid in my neighborhood who grew up watching Monty Python and even this old school British sketch group called The Goodies.
I don't know The Goodies.
Oh, man, The Goodies. And then watching a lot of, going back to black and white reruns of Sid Caesar and Ernie Kovac's Show of Shows, learning about sketch and improv without really even knowing what it was. That got me, that's why I could fight as a kid, because, you know, the other kids in the late 70s, I would go outside and talk about Starsky and Hutch, and I'm saying, hey, fellas, we are the Knights who go Nick. And then, bitch, what you call me? And then you get into a fight. So thank you, comedy. But I love how we can pass it down and see how it grows. And then it leads us here.
I think there's something else that we all have in common as kids, and tell me if I'm wrong. I'm imagining us in 2nd grade, right? The teacher asks a question. We know the answer. No one else has raised their hand, and we want to raise our hand, but we know that we're going to get our asses kicked if we do by the dude. So,
Oh, no. No, I raised my hand.
Yeah, well, I did too, but didn't you have that moment of like, should I not raise my hand?
I didn't even have the like self-control to raise my hand. I would just blurt it out. I would just
yell
shout.
it.
Yes. Yeah, like you were actually smarter than both of us because you had a sense of self-preservation. I wanted so badly to be seen.
Sure.
This is I'm not playing football. I can't run fast. I can't do these things, but I read that damn book. And then you fight afterwards.
You sang it while you were tap dancing.
Right. I sang it, I tapped it, and I rapped it.
Yeah, there's I think what I had to, I was a disruptive kid. I had ADD, was part of it, but also I just like wanted attention all the time. And I think there's a certain type of kid for whom it's hard to be in a class of many because you want to be the star, right? Like everyone's getting attention, and you're like, no, I need more right now. I need more people to be paying attention to me.
But
the
that's
performer's instinct is
that's
hard
such
in a
an
class.
interesting thing of wanting to be the star because I would get offended when an interviewer asks, "Oh, you must have been the class clown." It's like, no, I was not the class clown. The class clown is a dumbass. Because he didn't, I just knew the thing and I would raise my hand first. So that was your way of being the star and trying to get positive affirmation.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see? To maybe go back to a what if during childhood.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think that would be?
I think, so we're going to ask a question of the class now. If anyone has an answer, you can go ahead and raise your hand. Who can tell me the Pythagorean theorem? Pythagorean theorem. Are you okay? You're choking? Are you choking?
No, I remember. I dredged it up. It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
That's actually not the Pythagorean theorem.
No?
No. I don't know. Maybe it is. I can't remember.
No, it is.
No, isn't it?
No, you're denying me my victory.
Isn't it like 2ac plus or minus the square root of something over something? There's a 2ac in it. And what you're talking about is like distributive something.
No,
something.
that's the quadratic formula.
Oh.
You're doing the
I'm the teacher.
Negative
Why
b
is the
squared
student-
plus or minus square root b squared over 4ac.
Hang on, someone's knocking at the door. Yes?
Hello, my name is Bosco Jenkins. I'm the school superintendent.
Oh, hello.
Do you have a student named Adam Conover?
Yes, he's right there, sitting separate from all the other
Adam
students.
Conover. We were listening in using various listening devices that we have placed within the public school
They're
system.
called microphones.
We were using, yours are called microphones. Ours are calling macrophones.
Oh.
The whole room is a listening device.
Wow.
You are so intelligent and you've reached such an unorthodox answer about the Pythagorean theorem, we've decided to draft you for a secret NSA program.
This is the moment I've been waiting for all of fourth grade.
We know.
Take your lunchbox and your thermos.
And this pill so you won't see where our headquarters are. Later at the headquarters, welcome, Adam Conover.
I see you brought him in.
Yes, you are now an agent of K.I.D.S, K.I.D.S. Well, it's an acronym. It stands for
It stands
what?
for...
I know what it stands for.
oh,
It
you
stands
do.
for Kids in Domestic Surveillance.
How did he know that?
It's written on the wall right there. Yes.
Tony's been at it again,
He
just drawing
has,
things.
he has.
You are the first agent of Kids in Domestic Surveillance. We're going to remove you from your birth family, and we're going to place you with various families across the country where you'll gather intelligence.
Various families.
Various families. You.
like for a different period of time, for like a week here or a month there, or
Maybe a year, long enough to establish trust, maybe love. Maybe they'll give you presents and then you break their hearts by spying on them.
Yes, we're going to start you in Iraq. You'll be Saddam Conover, and you'll have to make sure that all the secrets of the government come to us.
Wouldn't that be Adam Hussein?
What's your rank here, officer?
I am the general of acquisitions. I find the young men.
And what is my job?
You are the viceroy of back rubs.
That's right.
Now come on over here and lay it on Daddy.
Fell for this one again, didn't I?
And that's what your future could have been like.
Could have been.
That's what could have happened. What if?
wow. I'm kind of glad it went the way it did instead. It was a bit of a disorganized organization.
They were,
Kids.
but that's why their funding was cut off very shortly
I
after
think
you
they
arrived.
also had ADD. They got really distracted towards the end.
So easily. That's why all of the people that were assigned just walked out because they were all doing other things.
Yeah.
So bring our listeners up to speed because I always assume that everybody knows the thing that I'm excited about, so I'm excited about you. But for those that maybe haven't followed you comedically, give us a little bit of your routing.
Well, so I'm a stand-up comedian. That's sort of my base comedic, practice, right? I've also done sketch comedy for many years, stuff like that. I did a show called Adam Ruins Everything. It was an informational comedy show, and since then I've sort of made my career, explaining things. I don't know, doing nonfiction comedy. Like I currently do a podcast here on Headgum called Factually. I do monologues where it's sort of like basically I'm trying to figure out what the future of late night television is, kind of, because after the near death of cable and everything, people are still watching that kind of content, but they're all watching it on YouTube, podcast now. That's the sort of thing that I do. I tell you, I try to figure out what the fuck is going on in the world and how to make it funny, and how to tell you something that you didn't know about it. Does that make sense?
That makes
I'm stammering and stuttering trying to describe what I do to Wayne Brady.
It makes so much sense.
Funny is the sugar on your truth meat.
That's what I try to do. Yeah.
You know what?
What?
That's so weird.
What?
What if funny is the sugar on your truth meat was a really cool top 40 song?
Oh, it actually is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be reaching to my record collection.
To that
Wow,
and put that on my but I forget which.
Can we pull that up on like Spotify or YouTube?
Yeah, can we pull that up? I love this intro. That's exactly what it is.
It started off as a porno instrumental, and then they added words to it.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see that truth meat. Let me see the truth meat.
Once I dated a girl who liked to be lied to.
Lied to.
She didn't like the truth. She said, now I do.
I do.
I don't want to know reality, because it tastes too bitter. Don't give reality to me.
Funny is the sugar on the truth meat.
That's how I give it.
Funny is the sugar, on your truth meat. Meat.
It's the only way to make truth go to town. With your veracity, eat this meat and let the truth go down.
Go down.
Go down.
Yo, hey girl, I say, yo, what's up? I don't want none of that corn syrup. Yeah, it's true, let the truth begin. I don't want the aspartame or saccharin. I want the sugar on the meat.
The sugar.
It's the sugar that makes it taste sweet. Truth is the sugar on the truth meat.
Oh man, that's why that song is now number 50. In just the time that we heard it, it slipped from the top 40.
Yeah, it's number 50 on the alternative Christian charts.
Yeah. Sugar. What truth is the sugar on the truth meat?
Yeah, sugar is something like that.
Sugar is the. Wait, what was it?
No,
we've already lost track of
truth is the sugar on the. No. Funny is that's all.
Funny, that's what it is.
We're thinking of a different song.
We basically did you know what? Let's hear what the real song sounds like. It's a little more Creed-esque, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just summoned a mammoth.
Some people don't like truth.
No.
They don't like how things go down. With a little giggle and a ha-ha, that could make the truth go down. And that's why funny is the sugar on the truth man. Funny is the truth man. Funny is the sugar on the truth man. Funny is the sugar on the truth man. Funny is the sugar on the truth man. Truth man. I think that is a much better. Yeah. Shout out to Scott Stapp.
Yeah.
Of Creed for that very, very timely yet truthful song.
Yeah.
Funny is the sugar on the truth meat.
Yeah,
because
and it's got a Christian message too.
It's got a very sweet, wholesome message. In talking to the crowds that you do, don't you find that if you are able to deliver the truth, as it were, to some people who, in my, some would say, liberal opinion, that they can't face the truth, that they don't want to, that if it's funny, it's a little more digestible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, I was really influenced in George Carlin's like last book, like his autobiography.
yeah.
He has this line that I read really when I started doing stand-up. It really stuck with me. And it's something along the lines of, you know, when people are laughing, their defenses are down, and you can plant a little seed, right? And then that seed will like grow, right? That's his vision of how you can sort of change people's minds or just like influence their thinking, because that's what like laughter allows you to do. The other piece of that, my own personal philosophy is, I think comedy and laughter is like intimately bound up with truth. I feel like every comedian maybe has their own theory of what makes something funny. I think something is funny when it's a truth mixed with surprise. When, you know, like a really good joke that a stand-up comic says will make you go, oh, that's true, but I've never thought of it that way. Oh, of course that's true, but no one's ever said that to me before in my life, right?
Yeah,
I love that.
That's the feeling. Or even slapstick, right? It's like when, you know, someone, I don't know, just when someone falls down in a funny way or something, it's like, oh, of course that would happen, but I didn't expect it to in that moment, right? There's always a mixture of, that's recognizably true and it's surprising. And so I think like that to me is the core of trying to make people laugh, is figuring out like, what is the true thing that I can find to say that people will agree with and recognize, but have never expressed in their own lives.
The universal nature of comedy.
It's funny and surprised. It's like when you were telling a joke to me the other day, and right at the punchline, you shoved an ice pick in my ass. And it went, oh! I was surprised, and it works.
Why I shove ice picks up your ass? I will never know why.
Hey, you know what?
I'll never know why.
It's incredible you haven't killed him yet.
Oh,
because they're so sharp.
I'm pretty good at biology. So I always
He's like a surgeon. He delivers it like a surgeon.
I stay away from the femoral artery.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good about that. What if there was a piece of
ice?
You know, yes.
Sorry.
Thanks, Jarvis. But you were saying that you know, kind of like being able to deliver bad news.
Yeah.
With as long as you're laughing, you know, and it's a fun moment. What if there was we saw or heard a couple scenarios where bad news is being delivered in a funny way, or you know, that coated with the sugar of the meat of truth.
The meat of truth. Yeah. Well, what's something bad that's happened in your life?
You know, I went through a breakup this year. That's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay, well then let's see. What if there were breakups delivered with you know, a little levity?
Okay. Ding dong.
Oh, I can't wait. Rodney's gonna take me on my date. Safety first. Rodney.
Hi.
Hey, baby.
Hey. Flowers.
Oh my God. Oh, they smell so good.
Fruitcakes.
Oh, you know I love fruitcake.
And a music box, but this one has a little message.
Oh, should I wind it first?
Yeah. I am breaking up with you. You are a bad influence. You never compliment me. You're thinking about yourself, and you can go to hell. There's a second verse. Don't close the lid yet. You son of a bitch. You slept with my sister's husband.
That is kind of funny.
Isn't that funny?
That is kind of funny.
You don't feel so bad now.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that was nice.
Yeah, that was great. It was sweet.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Switch it around. Here, give me some news.
Oh,
The knocker's broken. Use the doorbell.
Ick.
Yeah.
Hey, honey.
Hey, what's up?
I know we've got a date tonight. I brought my buddy Adam Conover.
Oh,
Hey there, nice to meet you.
isn't he that guy that just broke up with his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to be in the right mood to watch us make out and finger each other.
Well, about that,
Yeah.
that won't be happening tonight.
We're not going to Sammy Fingers tonight?
Nope.
Oh.
Where on the menu it's clearly printed time to finger each other with our appetizers.
Oh.
Yeah. Adam,
Yeah.
I want you to meet my now ex.
What?
I'm introducing the two of you because you're really funny and your heart's broken and your heart's broken now.
Yeah.
So I'd like the two of you to get together.
You took two negatives and made a positive.
Exactly.
Yeah, we worked it all out. I'm just going to slide right in there. You won't even feel a gap in your relationship experience.
Oh, wow.
Right? You won't feel a gap at all when you go to Fingers.
Yeah.
So
I'm ready. You know, I got some lube right here. Let's do it.
Oh, boy.
Here's a lube for the pistons in your car.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
And I've got the gift certificate to Fingers right now.
Sammy Fingers.
To Sammy Fingers, the 2-for-1.
What's the Sammy Fingers lingo? How does their little jingle go?
Oh, the jingle. I love that Sammy Fingers jingle. Hunger is a curse that can sometimes linger, but it goes away at Sammy Fingers. It's the kind of deal you wouldn't want to miss. From your thumb to your fist of meat that you take off the trays with no delays. Stuff your mouth full of this meat. It's a finger good-looking treat. Here at Sammy Fingers, located right off of the 134 in Pasadena.
Right.
Which I just got a job as the spokesperson for Sammy Fingers.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
great,
yeah, yeah.
man. What is their mascot called? The mascot for the restaurant?
Philip Phalanges?
Philip Phalanges.
Yep.
I like it. PP.
Yep.
All right. Well, that went dark.
Yeah. You know what we like to do on the show, in all 2 times that we've done it, is we do a rapid round of what if topics, where maybe a scene comes out of it, maybe a song, or some good old fashioned conversation. Are you up for that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Jonathan, do you get topics from our Twitter, or rather our X?
We did X. We did Threads. People aren't following me on Blue Sky. I don't know why.
Is anybody following anybody on Blue Sky?
I got lots of Blue Sky followers.
I would
Really?
like to
'Cause I
have more.
haven't done it yet.
Yeah. No, you got to post, and then they come out of the woodwork for you. Blue Sky is like Twitter in 2012. It's like it's old-fashioned social media. You can't rely on them coming to you. You got to go get them.
See, but isn't and this is just me being completely ignorant of Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Isn't it one of those things though, because of the nature of the internet, that as sweet as Blue Sky may be, it's going to be sullied at some point?
Oh, of course it is. Oh, absolutely. People are just enjoying it in its pristine state right now, you know, but it's going to get worse. Everything goes really bad. Yeah.
We're so
everything gets bad on the
cynical.
internet. Yeah.
Here's a what if from,
Okay.
this is on Threads from Heather G712. She goes, what if James Brown taught math class?
What if James Brown taught math class? Hey guys, man, where's our teacher?
They're late. They should be here any second.
We should completely be disruptive because there's no teacher in class right now.
Yeah.
No one's gonna make me shut up.
No.
Do.
The teacher's
Open the
knocking on
door.
his own classroom door.
Shut up! Shut up, Claire! Teacher awesome man!
It's James
I said,
Brown.
shut up! Teacher Claire, I'm a teacher awesome man! Because X to me, 10 to 10 to Y, spin it in the 10 to pin. And because circumference go round and round and the zig go down to me.
I'm not really understanding the lesson.
I don't either. I don't understand what he's saying.
I can't see the B. Ha! Motherfucker! 3.14, repeating.
The SAT is tomorrow.
It is he. Turn it on.
Is this going to be on the test?
Yes.
Okay.
Take your picture down. Take the paper out.
I'm trying to take notes.
Right time. Look at the board. I
Okay.
said T4, 75, fitness, 10 you.
Some of those are numbers.
Yeah, a T and a 4.
Type of word problems.
Okay.
What if James got on the train and left at 12 o'clock to patient?
12
All
o'clock.
right. Okay.
Anybody come now, sitting in the damn time to get back to the station.
I'm lost.
And it 1, 3, A, B. 40, say, what's the answer? Now hit me. Hit me 2 times. Hit me 3 times.
That's only 2.
You need the math just as much as they do. Ah! I think that's exactly what that would sound like.
Wow. That's why American kids, declining math skills, They're all listening to James Brown. No one can do. That's the new math that you hear about.
No one knows that when the No Child Left Behind thing was instituted, it was because of the James Brown math scholastic guide.
Yeah.
So many kids failed the SAT that year.
Here's
But
another
they
one.
have an amazing sense of rhythm.
They do. This one is from Watts GNU 2000.
Shout out to Watts. Is it GNU or new?
WATTSGNU 2000.
That's new.
Yeah, new.
It's an animal.
From that person.
Yeah, they live in Watts.
Oh, my
ever been
God.
to Watts, California?
Yes, but
That's
that's
Watts.
That's where news are from. they roam around in herds.
They do.
down there.
There's the Bloods, the Crips, and the News.
And the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watts GNU 2000. What if pacemakers exploded when planes lose cabin pressure?
Wait, so many things have got. Okay, ready?
Right. What's so funny, Captain?
It's. I'm looking at the instruments. Why don't you check the cabin pressure for me? This doesn't look right.
All right.
It seems that we're losing cabin pressure. We are depressurizing.
Well, you asked me to check it, and then you checked it. I don't appreciate that kind of relationship. If you give me a job, I'll do it.
We don't have time to squabble about this. Ding, ding. Pull up. Pull up.
Well,
pull up.
Well, our elevation has nothing to do with the cabin pressure. I'm
Wind
not sure why.
shear. Wind shear.
Oh no! Oh look, our cabin pressure is almost at zero.
I better go back and check on the
Sick people.
It's Southwest. Things have gone so bad for us that now we are a medical airline. That's common knowledge.
Oh.
We have to get these people to the ER.
Excuse me, pilot.
Yes.
I'm having a problem.
We're losing cabin pressure, sir. You have to get back to your seat and put on your mask.
My heart has stopped completely.
Oh,
Yes.
but you're still talking to me, clearly.
Well, there's a little bit of adrenaline still left in my throat muscles.
Do we happen to have anybody?
Me, I'm a doctor.
But I was actually looking for an engineer.
Oh, sorry, can't help you.
Do we happen to have an engineer on board?
Hi, I'm an engineer.
Can you help us fix a pacemaker?
I mean, honestly, I'm a systems engineer. I mostly do like large-scale hydraulic engineering. I don't have any skills pertaining to pacemakers in people's bodies.
I'm dead.
You asked for an engineer.
That's true. The man died because of lack of specificity.
Wow.
And that's what would have happened.
Absolutely.
If only our pilots were better trained, I
Yeah.
think that wouldn't have been an issue.
The contingencies are so
And
important.
that's why you don't fly Southwest.
If you have a heart problem.
If you have a heart problem. All right, I'll pull one up here from X now, since we went all over all the different socials.
Let me see if I have any too while you're doing that.
This is very similar to the. No, that's too similar. Calvin Seah, Seah.
What's up, Calvin?
Wants to know what if our currency was in sneezes?
All right. Hello, Widow Johnson.
Hello.
I see that you're shopping for you and your grandson.
Yes, I've got. I need 1 jar of beet juice.
All right. There you
One
go.
jar of pickles.
So that's $4.73.
All right. That'll be 473 sneezes then.
Yes. Here's the pepper container.
Thank you.
Fast forward a minute. No, all right, that's 5. Let me give you your change. And
Oh,
Thank you.
we have to take that to the bank to get it exchanged.
yes, farts are sneezes, but the change is toots.
I'd like to buy some of those COVID tests, please.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
You know, when I was 11 years old watching Whose Line Is It Anyway on my parents' basement, never once did I thought I'd be exchanging farts and toots, sneezes and toots with Wayne Brady on a podcast. What a
The
great
dreams can come true, man.
Here's one from Tom Duff.
Hey, Tom.
On X. What if horses were never successfully domesticated?
Father, I'd like to go out riding today.
Oh, well, all right. What do you intend to ride?
The horse, Father, the horse.
Those are wild animals. They can't be ridden?
Oh, Father, I think that within every wild animal, that there exists a spark of emotion, a bit of empathy. Oh, he's approaching, Father. I'm going to jump on this one.
I don't know. We live in an alternate universe in which horses have never been domesticated.
Oh,
I
Father,
don't think
you're
it's
so
going to
literal.
work.
I have a sugar cube. Let's see what he does.
Your hand.
Ouch! Father, I should have listened to you. It's time. Take me to the hospital. Maybe he'll give us a ride to the hospital. I'll throw my leg on top of it.
Oh, no one is worried that I speak English? That's fine. Here we are.
Why didn't you bite my foot like you bit my hand? You aren't properly domesticated.
But that you sacrificed a piece of yourself to teach me, and that meant a lot. And so now I am domesticated, young person.
And on that day, because of the blood of one small British child, horses were domesticated in world 357.
That's a pretty low number in infinity. Of all the multiverses you could have picked, 357 is like pretty much like picking one.
Which means that it's very close to our reality.
To the origin. Wow.
Yeah,
Deep,
shout out
man.
to Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Is there another one?
Yeah, there's a bunch. What if a professional, this is from Leslie Jasinski? Jasinski? Leslie Jasinski.
Yes.
What if a professional football player, such as a quarterback, became a brain surgeon?
I think actually that exists. There are multiple NFL players who have gone on to become doctors. And I'm not even making that up. It's true. So it's not really far-fetched.
Wait, professional
I can't
NFL players?
Jonathan, and now you've just made such a classist that you don't think that some of the people that play in the NFL were student scholars.
So you're saying I offended the people that would beat the shit out of me in grade school? Oh, boo-hoo.
NFL and NBA players.
I mean, after you've had enough concussions yourself, you should know how to treat them.
That's right.
You know?
That's
who
right.
became doctors.
For those of you listening and not watching, Wayne is doing a search on his phone. He is slowly removing his pants, which seems
Laurent Duvernay Tardif, the first NFL player to be a practicing physician. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a Super Bowl champion. Myron Rolle, Dr. Jean-Philippe Darche, Dr. Nate Hughes, MC Burton Jr. Shout out to each of these intelligent men who put their body on the lines for our entertainment, and now they cure those same bodies.
Paging Dr. MC Burton. Paging Dr. MC Burton.
Hello? Physician, cure thyself.
Doctor, if you could put the Etch-a-Sketch down, we have a patient that really needs some brain surgery.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you could perform another brain surgery today? It's already been 6 or 7.
Uh-huh.
Great. Here's your tools.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and make the incision.
Slice.
There you go. Okay. Pick the head up off the floor and try to reconnect it.
Pudding.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being here at the hospital.
See, we had to make a mockery out of, I just proved that these gentlemen were all smart.
You did. You did a great job. They appreciate you.
Adam, you also are very pro-union.
I am, yes.
And you've spoken during the strike. Mm-hmm. You were such a great forward-facing mouthpiece for the actor, for the creative. And I think you also helped shush a lot of the people that I know that you, because you're on TV, and myself and Jonathan, we would hear from people who watch TV the level of, well, what are they crying about?
Yeah.
Because they didn't understand what that most actors, that I forget what the percentage of working actors are versus just people in the entertainment business. It's not just the actors. It's everyone from craft services to the props to the people that their businesses are based on the entertainment. Even the restaurant next door to the studio, there's a whole ecosystem. You spoke, and I feel that you educated us.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to make a living in this business. And, look, Hollywood is a business that is built on appearances, right? It's about making the appearance. When you watch a show, it's about making everyone look as glamorous and wealthy and hot as possible. And the reality is not that, right? And so people think of Hollywood actors, anyone who works in Hollywood, as being, rich and glamorous, when in reality, you guys know as well as I do, it's been harder than ever to make a living in this town. Even after the strike, right, our industry has contracted so much, streaming and the tech industry has destroyed so much of it, yeah, people just needed to hear that story. And, during the strike, we all, it was a collective effort, a solidarity. So we all did our parts. And I'm a guy who, talks very loudly and quickly into a front-facing camera for a living, part of my job. I was like, all right, that's what I'll do during the strike, because that's what I do. And so I was happy to take that role and spread the word. But it was something that we all did together.
What if there were other occupations that that, like you were saying, showbiz's job is to look as flossy as possible, and we were fighting for our rights. Is there another? What if there were other occupations that they treated themselves like the entertainment business?
In what way? Like made to look rich and luxurious lives?
Yes, the occupations that look to be as glamorous as show business. What would those be?
That's a good question, and perhaps someday we'll know. I'm trying to think of one that works like that. Like someone that does lawn care, perhaps.
I'd like to see them instead of us talking about it.
I
The
forgot.
whole premise of the podcast. It's the whole shit that we're doing, dude.
I thought you were asking me a question. I was like, what? I don't know. I guess it could exist.
That was so much funnier than any scene you could have
I
done.
know. Let's just leave it on that.
All right,
Let's just leave that.
Great, I love it.
Shout out to all my lawn care fellas.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for playing with us and,
Oh my
and being
God.
silly.
This is so much fun. Thank you for just to be able to be in a little moment with you is so much fun.
There is something that we've been working on. We do this thing where we're able to use each other's mind to communicate. So if you have any questions about anything that you I know you know a lot, but things you don't know, Wayne and I are pretty good at answering. But because our minds are melded, it's one word back and forth at a time. So any questions that you want to ask about anything that you wish you
Because
knew.
you used to ruin everything, so now it's our turn to ruin something for you. So ask us, is there anything that we can ruin for you?
Oh my God. That's a really good question. I'm interested. Do you think that mortgage rates will ever go down?
That
Is
a
very
good
question.
Here's
the
truth.
the
Fed
is
going
down.
and
The
numbers
are
going
up.
when
In
truth
the
numbers
are
going
up
twice
as
fast
as
they
were
going
up.
then.
Wow. I'm going to keep renting for the foreseeable future, I guess.
That is
A
wise
thing
to
do
if
you
have
a
a place
in
mind.
like
Subway.
underpass. I
Yeah.
Live
in
the
the
subway.
where
The
four
visitors
come
twice
a
day
to
give
me
soup.
new
Question.
Oh my God. What kind of soup do the four visitors bring you?
gazpacho
Tomato.
and
Others.
like
Zucchini.
and
Bread.
mixed
Together.
in
A
broth
called
zoo
bread.
nuth.
Zubredna.
Correct.
It's
Half
zucchini
and
half
terrible.
all
Day.
long.
Why am I asking you for financial advice? You live under a subway underpass.
Ah,
That's
a
choice.
You know what? I guess I should have listened to Susie Orman, I suppose.
she's
Great.
the person
Known
as
Jim
Coleman's
nephew.
z-
Sister. Jim
Coleman's
nephew.
sister
Susie.
Orman.
Period.
Wow. I didn't know you were a family friend of Susie Orman. Wow.
Way
Back.
back.
Oh, do you have any good childhood stories about Susie Orman?
Oh,
Do
why?
one
day
she
was
topless
at
the
Montessori
school
because
it's
a
place
where
people
sometimes
go
topless
is
okay
if
your
this
age,
yeah
like
the
3
2
year
old
babies
are
topless
we
need
editing.
final
Question.
Where do you think this show is? What a fun show! I'm having such a good time.
thank
You
for
saying
that.
Adam.
Where
Conover.
do you hope the show is going to be in 5 years?
In
A
esteemed
place
of
worship.
we
Hope
to
be
a
passenger.
for
A
cult like
that's
one
word.
yeah
Cult
like
is
Google
it.
one
Word.
motherfucker.
Fucker.
Adam Conover, thank you so much,
Thank
brother.
you so much for having me.
Man.
It's so great
Thank
to
you
be
for
here,
being
Jonathan.
silly and playing What If with us, and I can't wait to see you more. Oh, and I loved your last special.
Oh my God, you saw the special?
When see, I pride myself, and even back in my talk show days, I don't bullshit people like some hosts do. When I'm a fan, I'm a fan.
Wow.
And I loved your special.
Thank
so
you,
I can't
man.
wait for the next one.
Thank you. Well, can I plug it? It's on dropout.tv.
Plug
I
it
wanna
right
watch
now.
it. It's called Unmedicated. It's my first stand-up special hour. It's all about my childhood diagnosis with ADD. And it's really fun. It's on Dropout. You can subscribe and watch it. It's a wonderful streaming service. You can get it wherever you watch your other streaming services.
I love that. Now you say something nice to Adam.
I've always been so impressed with like we've talked about your intellect and the ability to deliver it in the funny rapper, and we made fun of that in a little song. But that's a skill, man, and
Thank
you're one of
you.
the best at it. So
Well, I could never touch what you guys do. It's so awesome to watch you do your thing here and sit here. It's incredible. Thank you for involving me in it.
Thank you,
Yay.
man.
Yeah.
All right. Signing off. Bye.
That was a Headgum podcast.